Today we read the few chapters in Iqbal, and we started to look at questions that we could ask to have a deeper understanding of the text. There are several strategies that I use to help my students formulate higher order questions. You had the opportunity to choose between the Freire model, Costa's level of questions, making observations based on the text, and verb starters. Costa's levels of questions, that's the easiest thing to do because you can pull those types of questions from the Costa's question starters in order to just connect those questions with that text. What strategy did you use to write that question?
The verb starters.
Verb starters, okay. I gave them envelopes with cards at different levels of Bloom's taxonomy questions. So we spent a lot of time using the verbs. And whenever we had a text, I would say, okay, if you need to use the resource of going and using the cards in order to remember the verbs, I want you to go ahead and use that resource, and I want you to write a question. In terms of the Freire model, they have a sheet of paper that's divided in 4 quadrants. And they're kind of examining the 4 quadrants to see what questions they may have that could learn from looking at that information. So I kind of see it as a critical brainstorming tool.
What strategy did your partner use? He used notice.
Notice? As they're reading, they make observations. They look for quotes, things that stand out, things that make them go, ooh, ah, things that make them feel as though that leads to a reaction inside. And they use that reaction that they have and they turn it into a question. I encourage them to see that reading the text, even though it's complex, even though it might seem difficult, that good readers have questions they don't know the answers to. Instead of having the teacher have all of the power, it gives the power to them. So really it's about empowering them.